Hey guys, it's me. I'm here to mat my scrapbook folio folder thingy. I did start to mat already. I just used my favorite paper on the front and some chevron brown. Oh my gosh, I'm colorblind. Like teal, and then I've got the pink here. And then I'm going to finish. I just need to put a piece here and go about that way. So I have pink and green here, so I need to add some yellow in there. If she chews up another headset, I'm not going to be happy. So I mean, technically I could just put this on the other side. Let me see how that looks, because I don't really like the yellow that's in there. I like how that looks actually, so I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can find a sliver of this that I've already cut off. So I am using black soot to distress my edges. You don't have to use Tim Holtz Distress. You can use regular ink to do that. My tape runner keeps on jacking up because my actual tape was folded up, and so now you really need to store this stuff flat. This thing right here, see how it's kind of bowed up a little bit? It's not straight. So if you don't store them flat, it'll get a dentation like that, and then when you try to use it, it's going to fall off. And this is acid free, even though it's brown. I get my tape refills from Tape Jungle, and no, they do not give it to me, and they do not support my video. That's just where I get it from. I do not get paid from anybody to do anything. It's just $1.17 a roll versus $4 for a roll. I do order 144 rolls at once, and then, you know, my friends who scrapbook will go in on the order with me, so I don't have 144 rolls sitting around. I just actually matted that wrong. I matted it, I forgot, we have gussets on here, and I matted it to the edge of the gusset instead of the edge of the page, like a dingle dork. So I have to tear it back up. I'm going to go ahead and stick some more tape on there and stick it back in there. I'm going to open it up so I don't do that again. I thought it was kind of weird. It went out. Watched my son today play a game. They lost. And then my husband and I went out to eat. We tried to go to Dog and Suds, but I didn't know that they closed the Dog and Suds here in Fort Wayne. So we ended up just going to eat at Applebee's, and then I bought some new plants to plant in the front yard. So I don't know if the rabbits are eating all my hostas, but I had to buy like 9 more hostas. Kind of made them mad. Okay, so here's the front cover. So now when you open it up, don't know, I'm going to do this side now. And they don't really have to be cohesive because these tabs and flaps are going to go in there, so the rest of them don't really have to match. I'm just going to start with this big piece here, and I'm going to see what piece of paper I already have that's 5 1/4 inches. I like this pink. I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to use it. I mat my pages 1/4 of an inch less than what they are so that there is 1/8 of an inch gap all around the page. So this page measures 5 1/2 by 11, so I cut my mat to be 5 1/4 by 10 3/4. So now I'm just going through and finding paper that I think looks good or matches the paper next to it. Since this is a pocket here, I don't need to go all the way to the inside and waste paper. I just need to go about 1 inch inside the pocket, so that would be 3 1/4 inches here. So I'm just going to cut this at 3 1/4. And again, since part of it's going in the pocket, I only needed to stress 3 edges. And the only reason why I'm using black soot is because my pages are black. If I used a different, like if I used craft cardstock or cream cardstock, I would probably mat with some kind of brown. And I used to use the color blocks, chalk, teardrops. That's what I used to use all the time to do it before I got these snazzy tools here. Okay, so there's that one. So now I'm going to go into the middle knot. I did design this so that it should be 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 so that I can just stick a cutout. Usually the collections have a 4 by 6 cutouts. We'll see. I can't remember if this one, I thought this one did, but ooh, forgot about that paper. It doesn't look like there's cutouts for this collection, and you know what? I thought I got the 4 by 6 color pad too. Excuse my arms here for a second. I did. There it is. Here's my. Okay. Woohoo! Found all my other stuff. So little there. Here are the 4 by 6 mats, and actually, I think these are actually bigger. These are 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe find one. No, nothing really too fancy there. I'm just cutting this paper up so that I can get to the pieces that I want. Four 1/4. So I need this at 4. By 6. So now if I cut this by 6 inches, it's going to cut off part of the word. So I'm going to turn around and go back to my 4 by 6 mat, but the problem is this mat is going vertical and not horizontal, so none of these patterns that have wording on them are going to work or have a design on them because they're all going horizontal. So that's fine. I'll just take, these are all left over from when I made, actually these are all cutouts from the 4 by 6 pad. This one will work because it doesn't really have a design. I don't want to use, I don't like to use the same paper twice in one like thing if I don't have to, but we'll see what happens. You can't walk on me. Let's see what this says. No. Okay, so I just chose these two. I'm just going to distress the edges and then take them on there. Now, I had originally thought that these could be for the 3x5 cards, journaling cards, but it's different size. Maybe I should have made the actual album larger to accommodate them, but I'm going to have to cut this at 2.5 by 4, so I'm just going to use scraps. Now I have a bold pattern here, kind of a smaller pattern. I just have kind of a solid color here, so I am able to put another bold pattern here and have it still look nice, in my opinion anyway. Make sure I'm still on frame here. And mat it there. Now I need to cut a piece for across the top of here, and that measures 2.5, so I'm going to cut it at 2 1/4, and the measurements is 9, so 8 3/4 by 2 1/4, and I'm going to use this 8 3/4. 2 1/4. Well, I don't really need those on my desk. Where were they?
On the freezer.
Oh, okay. Well, just put them on my table there. No, I wasn't looking for them. Do I need them to scrapbook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Since you're bugging me and interrupting my video here, I'm gonna put you to work.
What?
Refilling my water.
That's it?
Well, yeah, I would like some more ice too, please.
Well, I got you. I got you. Here.
No, I want cold water from the refrigerator.
I just screwed your help me do that. Didn't I?
No. Alright, so there's those pockets. And now this page right here has a nice big pocket. So that is 5 3/4. And I found that piece of paper in here a minute ago that I just pointed to and said, oh, I like that. Oh, let's use the heart one. I was going to use another one, but I'm using the heart one now. So this was 6, didn't I say? What did I say, people? 6. So 5 3/4. And here we go. Oh, why can't I remember these? It's 11, so 10 3/4. So again, and again, I'm just putting my tape around the perimeter of the paper. And so there's that. Now the back, because I attached the pages to the back, I'm going to just take a piece of paper and attach it to the back. Now, honestly, what I would do, I mean, is stick a piece of paper that's not my favorite, because you're not going to see it very much. 9 by 11. So it's not really going to matter if it's a pretty piece or an ugly piece or whatever kind of piece. I don't particularly care for this yellow, so that's what I'm going to put on the back of there. I just want something to hide the edges there. Okay, so we have the actual folio all matted, and I hope that you're not dying of boredom now. I could, okay, so I'm going to put my tags in where they go, because that way I remember. Missing this pocket here. I don't know where it went. And it's the small one. Aha! It's on the floor. Ow! There we go. Okay. This one. Okay. After all wasting all that time, here we go. Why doesn't my mouse ever work?